Hi and welcome. I'm HR and this is Homebody Rundown. In this video, I'm going over the largest Azure standard order I've ever done. If you're not familiar, I will link the website for this company in the description. I ordered all of these items online and then they send trucks out to drop locations around the country. So I was told a time and a place to meet the truck to pick up my order. It's kind of strange and not always convenient, but I'll talk about some of the reasons I use this company at the end of the video. I am located in Southwest Michigan in the Midwestern United States. I don't know all the details, but when I look at drop locations, they are not located in all parts of the country. Some places would require a serious drive. You can get things delivered, but it costs a lot more. One of the emails you'll get after you place your order will tell you how many total cases to expect, and also any items that were out of stock. You don't always get everything you order. They seem to reuse a lot of boxes and they stuff them full of your items. For example, I had multiple items in these raspberry boxes and it was pretty obvious these were reused. Some of them even had seeds stuck to them. If this is the kind of thing that would bother you, just be aware. Also, a lot of their bulk products come in paper bags, and honestly, I feel like some of this stuff like masa should be in plastic because it kind of leaks or poofs out of the bag and gets on the other stuff in the box. Here's everything I got except some tortillas. I am going to say the prices that I paid. I don't know if it's the same everywhere in the country. Also, it's important to remember that I had to pay almost $78 in shipping, and that is not included in the prices. Also, on some things, I will mention the country of origin or where it's made, and that is almost always from their website, and I don't know how accurate or how frequently updated that is. A 6-pack of Nancy's Organic Probiotic Sour Cream. This was a gamble. I've never had it before, but I've tried it. It's awesome. It's very thick. Unfortunately, the expiration date is less than a month out, so I'll need to figure out if I can freeze some of this. $23.80. Sierra Nevada Organic Farmhouse Cream Cheese says it's made with California milk. These are 7-ounce packages and got 2 of them. You can get a whole box of the stuff, but I wanted to try it out. I really like the simple ingredients. 2 for $8.10. Haven't tried any of these Rumiano brand products. This is organic Havarti cheese, 8 ounces, $5.34, Best Buy June. Rumiano Organic Sharp Cheddar Cheese, 8 ounces, $4.54, Best Buy September. 10-pack of Rumiano Family Organic Unsalted Butter, 8-ounce packages, $40.52, Best Buy June 2024, and the only ingredient is pasteurized organic cream. Another new to us product, Wild Brine Fermented Salsa Verde, 18 ounces. This is refrigerated, $6.84. I tried it and I like it, but I don't have a great sense of taste. It seems salty and maybe tangy. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. So this is definitely the largest package of cheese I've ever bought. It's 5 pounds, Rumiano Organic Monterey Jack cheese. The reason I'm trying so many of this brand is because the enzymes listed are vegetable enzymes. Not all cheese is vegetarian, and this is a good price. However, I'm a little concerned about this one. It says organic mozzarella cheese and Rumiano brand, but obviously the label is different and it just says enzymes, not vegetable enzymes. So I'll put a picture of what I saw online when I ordered this. So you can see here it's showing that this is the one I ordered, and it has that colorful label, and then the next photo shows the listed ingredients, including vegetable enzymes. I'll need to contact Azure and figure this out because I really wanted vegetarian cheese. This is also 5 pounds, for $37.04. The only fresh produce I got was organic potatoes. Both say product of USA. 5 pounds yellow potatoes for $7.95 and 5 pounds red potatoes for $7.50. Not many places in my area sell organic potatoes, and they don't always look good. These look perfect. Now to some frozen items. These are Alvarado Street Bakery sprouted wheat burger buns. They're frozen. Two 13.5-ounce bags for $10.02. Says made in California. These were a last-minute splurge. I've gotten several bags of bad onions lately, so I decided to go for convenience. Snowpack diced onions, frozen organic, 12 10-ounce bags for $30.83, produce of the USA, and this is an item I cannot get locally. Stocking up on frozen bagels because I'm getting a little tired of hunting around the local stores for organic ones. Alvarado Street Bakery sprouted wheat bagels, 6 20-ounce bags per box. Each box is $28.49, and I got 2. 2 boxes of organic hash browns and 1 box of organic pineapple. Starting with the pineapple, this is 5 pounds for $22.32. They do seem a bit stuck together, so probably have to let it sit out for a couple minutes before I can break off a smaller amount. Same for these diced potatoes. They're called Southern Style. Each box is $12.63. I've bought these multiple times. They're fantastic and so convenient. 3 24-ounce bags of Stacy's organic 10-inch white flour tortillas. These are frozen and they're very good. $15.63 for all 3 bags. Now for my most expensive item, and I kind of screwed it up. This is 10 pounds of Seafood Producers Cooperative, what I thought were cod fillets, frozen for $149.45. But the thing is, they're not cod. The title says cod on the website, but when I was looking at the box, it says rockfish, and I don't even know what rockfish is. So my first thought was I ordered the wrong thing, but the title does clearly say cod. However, when I looked at the description, it lets you know that it's not really cod, it's rockfish. So I guess I should have read the description. This is a screenshot I took last week when I first realized the issue, but now when you go to the website, you see this. It says cod fillets / rockfish, so maybe I was not the only person who didn't get what they thought they were going to get. I mean, if it tastes good, it's not really a problem. It's just that I based this purchase on local prices for cod and wanted to compare the quality between what I can get at Azure and what I can get at Costco. And honestly, I don't know that rockfish is as an expensive fish as cod. Anyway, I do like the way it's packed with several fillets in each package. I appreciate that each fillet is not individually wrapped in plastic because I hate opening all of those packages, and the fillets look nice. Now some household items, really stocked up on a variety of bags. Never used these before, but we have several kinds of loose leaf tea in the house. I thought we could try these. If you care, 100 short tea filters, unbleached, for $5.80. Natural Value food waste bags, 100% compostable, 13 gallons. It's a 12 count for $6.55. So these are a lot more expensive than traditional kitchen trash bags. Natural Value leaves and yard waste bags, 100% compostable, 33 gallons. It's a 6 count for $7.78. Natural Value Slider storage bags, quart size, 20 count for $3.57. Natural Value reclosable gallon storage bags, 19 count for $3.52. And finally, Natural Value Slider Gallon Freezer Bags, 10 count, $3.43. If You Care brand household gloves, cotton flock lined, size medium, 3 pairs for $11.86. I've bought these before and I like them. They make me feel a little less guilty about wearing gloves all the time because they are made with 100% natural latex rubber. So obviously, I guess you can't use these if you have an allergy. It also says you can compost these. I don't, but I'd like to think that they'll break down faster than conventional cleaning gloves. Also, we like these fire lighters. We've bought them before. If You Care brand, 72 pieces for $8.21. Jeff's Garden organic capers, 6-ounce glass jars, 2 of them for $8, product of Turkey. Jeff's Garden sliced organic Kalamata olives, 27-ounce glass jars for $11.96, product of Greece. This is my favorite ketchup and I cannot buy it locally. Portlandia Foods organic ketchup, 3 14-ounce glass bottles for $13.51. At one point when I had this in my online shopping cart, it said that it was unlikely to ship, but I left it in there and I did end up getting it. So just a note, if you leave it in your cart, you may still get it. Ordered a variety of dried beans and legumes. A lot, if not all of these, you can order in much larger sizes if you prefer. 5 pounds Azure Market organic French green lentils, $11.61. Website says product of Canada and USA. Azure Market baby lima beans, 5 pounds for $9.98. I've always bought these frozen, so making these from dried will be new for me. Product of USA. Azure Market organic split green peas, 5 pounds for $8, product of Canada and USA. Two bags of Azure organic dried black beans, 5 pounds for $8.18 for each bag, product of Argentina, Mexico, and USA. Organic red lentils, 5 pounds for $11.89, product of Turkey, Canada, and USA. 5 pounds Azure Market organic pinto beans for $10.72, product of Idaho. Also ordered several types of dried goods. Azure Market instant mashed potatoes, 5 pounds for $16.04, product of USA. And the next one, the website says I ordered Lundberg organic brown basmati rice, 5 pounds for $15.81, product of California, but it came in an Azure Market bag. So I'm not really sure what it is. Azure Market Organics cornmeal, 5 pounds for $7.08, product of USA and Canada. This is Bob's Red Mill Masa Harina Organic Golden Corn Flour, 24 ounces for $4.44. I can't find a product location for this. Azure Market Organic Yellow Corn Masa Flour, medium, 1.5 pounds for $3.69, product of USA. Azure Organic White Corn Masa Flour, medium, 1.5 pounds for $5.24, also product of USA. We really like corn tortillas, so I'm going to try each of these masas to find our favorite. Napa Valley Toasted Expeller Pressed Sesame Oil, organic, 12.7 ounces for $9.94. It's a glass bottle, product of Mexico. These items are more in the baking category. 4-ounce glass jars of Azure Market 4-fold vanilla extract, bought two, $7.24 each, product of Mexico. There are ingredients listed on the website, but not on the bottle. Azure organic buttermilk powder, non-instant, 33 ounces for $19.30, product of USA, Best by October 2024. These are very expensive, but want to compare them to the Ghirardelli ones I usually buy. Azure Organics white chocolate chips, 1 pound, $8.80. Website lists country of origin as Peru. Azure Market Organics Fair Trade Cocoa Powder, 1 pound for $7.28, country of origin Peru. These are not organic, but the ingredients are cleaner than anything I can find locally. Sunridge Farms, once again in an Azure bag, peanut butter chips, 1 pound for $8.52, and I got 3 bags. I have gotten these before. They don't taste like conventional ones, but they're good. Azure Market Organic Whole Milk Powder, 5 pounds, $44.81, product of USA. Best by December 2024. Lots of Natura Care feminine hygiene products. I can't get all of these locally. $56.82. And Desert Essence Green Apple and Ginger Conditioner, 8 ounces, $6.74. I have used this and it smells really nice. Mostly I just get the green apple scent. They did have this in a plastic bag, and the bottle itself also has a seal. Product subtotal was $890.10. Shipping was $75.66 for a total of $965.76. I'm sure weight matters, but I don't know if they charge different rates also for different types of products like frozen or refrigerated versus non-cold, or based on how much space it takes up. In my email, it does say the weight and the total cubic feet, so that may factor in. And now, if you're interested, I'm going to get some of these dry goods into storage containers. I gathered up containers that I thought would fit the items. I just use scissors to cut the tops off these bags. I don't know about you, but I am terrible at getting the strings to pull out of the paper the right way. Anyway, I'm pretty positive that the last time I ordered these chips, they were in a plastic bag inside the paper bag. But this time, they're just dumped into the paper bag. So I'm really glad I opened these right away because I feel like they do need to be in more of an airtight container. I was kind of surprised by this one. I'm using quart-size mason jars with some plastic lids. My kids will add these to trail mix, so we'll get through them pretty quick. Using a half-gallon glass jar with a Ball brand lid. I really like these. They have a gasket and seem to seal well. Put the split green peas in here, but they didn't all fit, so I'm moving them to a larger jar. I'm not sure what size this jar is. Lima beans needed a couple half-gallon jars. I like to use this size because it holds a decent amount, but it's not incredibly heavy when it's filled, at least for me to handle. This next jar is a 1-gallon glass jar. I ordered these from Azure along with the lids, which are a separate purchase. I'll link in the description. All the red lentils did not fit in here, but I have a smaller jar in the pantry that I think I can use. We go through a lot of pinto beans, so I have several 2-gallon buckets I use for storage for them. I also have Gamma Seal lids which screw on and off. I will put links to these in the description. This is a Cambro 6-quart plastic food safe container. I buy these at Sam's Club in the section with restaurant supplies. I really like these because they have lids, they have nice handles, and they're plastic, so they're lightweight. They are also not very expensive. I'll put a link in the description, but you do have to have a membership to buy stuff at Sam's Club and also Costco, which I think sometimes has these as well. There are really not many white chocolate chips in this bag. I think it's 1 pound, and they all fit in a quart jar. I have bought all of my half-gallon Ball brand glass jars at Walmart. They come in a 6-pack. I'll link in the description. The price has gone up, but they're still under $20. The gold lids are some I ordered off Amazon. I don't recommend them. The white coating on the inside is getting scraped off just from regular use. Another gallon jar for the basmati rice. I try not to buy too much brown rice. It doesn't last as long. Using these Rubbermaid containers for the masa flours, I was really surprised these were not in plastic bags. I thought it'd be easier to measure out masa from a container like this rather than a jar. I ordered these lock and lock containers off Amazon. I have 2 of these. Thankfully, the buttermilk powder is in a plastic bag because it is a very fine powder. Using the first one for the buttermilk powder and the second one for cornmeal. I did decide to cut out the instructions for the buttermilk powder, and I'll just tape that to the side of the container. Found another jar to fit the rest of the French lentils and the rest of the red lentils. And the last bit of cornmeal. I probably could have fit this into a quart jar. This is cocoa powder. I'm going to use smaller jars because I'll need to reach into them with a measuring spoon. This smells really good. So this masa I'll leave in the plastic bag. The whole milk powder and mashed potatoes I'm going to see about sealing in Mylar, but won't do that today. And then all the other products here are in some type of container. At this point, I like utilizing Azure Standard in order to get products that I cannot find locally, at least not at the places where I shop. And I didn't order it this time, but the large bags, like 25 pounds of organic oats and beans, are a much better price than what I can get at Whole Foods. However, I can get some version of almost all of these things at Whole Foods, and sometimes the price is better there, especially when you tack on shipping. So that may be a better option for some people. Right now, though, the selection and prices outweigh the inconvenience of the pickups. At least where I am, when I order, all I know is the week of the drop-off. I do not know the day and time until later, which, if you have other things going on, can be challenging to say the least. I only have to drive about 35 to 40 minutes to get to my drop location, but I know some people are driving a lot farther. I think at this point, my goal is to be more organized and only do Azure orders twice a year, but in the future, when the kids are all moved out, I doubt I will bother with Azure because I just don't need large quantities. Unless there is a drop that starts in my town, then I would continue to use it. Thanks for watching.